Finding the balance between work and life can be a pain in the butt. I think this episode, along with some of my own life experiences, can definitely help you discover the secret though. Also, I'm going to start responding to your comments at the end of every video, starting right now. Hello my Fluffs, Lonnie, your Fluff Dragon Overlord, here with your instant reviews and thoughts of the most recent My Little Pony Season 9 episodes. If you want the latest on the latest, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to get these thoughts and more every Saturday until Season 9 ends. I related only too well with Starlight in this episode. When I first started YouTube, I found a ton of satisfaction in creating videos that got a response the size of which my little beginner YouTuber mind couldn't even fathom. My online life blossomed, but at a steep cost. I became so crazy busy and obsessed with jump-starting my infant business that I took for granted my online friends, became short-tempered with my family, and felt like time with loved ones were wasted hours I could have spent working. Depression hit me hard, and my anxiety returned in full force every time a video would flop. I was an absolute mess. Of course, it's natural to feel pleasure when something we created is well received and successful. It's what drives us to create more, to experiment, to see what does and doesn't work, and to keep moving through the hard times. But when we become so wrapped up in what our audience thinks, it can be taken too personally, and our sense of self-worth becomes dependent on the opinions of people who haven't even met us in real life. So what can we do to prevent this, or at least catch the feeling before it becomes too oppressive? As is often the case in any life lesson, the solution is simple, but not always easy. Just as Starlight knew she wanted to be there for Trixie and her students, we should also realize that both our passions and our relationships are important, and abandoning one in favor of the other isn't healthy. So what is the solution? If I gave up my work, I became sad and directionless, even though I became closer to my family. If I focused too much on my work, I became stressed and short-tempered, even though my sales and subscriptions numbers climbed steadily. So I created a schedule. Sure, you might say, but I already have a schedule and I still feel like I'm being stretched like taffy. But there's a secret to schedules. 3 of them actually, that I will list right here. Be present. When you're working, you think about work and stop worrying about anything else outside of it. Make a physical place you go that everyone knows not to bother you. A favorite cafe, a park, an office. Heck, even a little corner in your bedroom could work. Whenever I'm in my office, my children know they're not allowed inside and that it's time to play quietly. And they do so happily because they know that once I leave the office, it's playtime with mommy. I end all work activities at 4:30 p.m. sharp, so I can focus on family time and no work is allowed on the weekend. Have a plan. I know I probably have a lot of viewers who like to take life in stride and roll with the punches. It's a fantastic trait that I wish I had more of. I'm not saying that you have to account for every second of your day, but deciding on 2 or 3 goals for the day can help you stay on track and focused. It'll give you permission to stop when it's time to stop and focus on other things, helping you feel more accomplished and free to enjoy life when the day comes to an end. Put the phone down. Yeah, I can already hear the flack I'll be getting for this one, but it's true. I had to uninstall the Twitter app from my phone because the notifications were getting too invasive and distracting. Now I just open it from my browser when I have a spare moment throughout the day to take new commissions, tweet something engaging, and to respond to you, my amazing Fluffs. Life gets so much more manageable when I control the app versus it controlling me. I'm not saying this is going to be easy. Adhering to these steps can be a sacrifice. When my friend Ripple Effect started her Pokemon-themed Dungeons & Dragons campaign, I had to turn it down as I knew it would overflow the process I had in place. But the definition of sacrifice is to give up something you want for something you want even more, and I'm getting exactly that. My life has fulfilling relationships. I'm starting to bring in enough income to give myself, my husband, and our children the lives we wanted for ages. And I'm giving you, my Fluffs, the best content I can possibly produce right now. Not a bad trade for a little bit of self-control. Now comes the time that I respond to your comments. Say for What says, "Yay, I love your vids! I've done some MLP drawings on my channel, but it's not as good as Fluff Dragon. You are so sweet. But your goal shouldn't be as good as Fluff Dragon. It should be to be as good as Say For What. Keep on practicing, and I hope one day you'll become even better than I am. CiderPause70 says, "The great seedling was so beautiful and majestic. Great review, guys. You're also great singers." The great seedling was certainly beautiful and majestic. I love hearing more about MLP lore. Also, thank you. It was a pleasure collaborating with Ben, and I certainly love singing pretty much everything, especially the Greatest Showman music. A very special thank you to my incredible patrons, especially Ben, Alexander Verikanov, and Gigabit the Saved Gamer, whose OCs get to be here on my video due to their sheer epicosity and generosity in supporting this channel. Click the link in the description below to get your OC featured on all of my videos and a slew of other awesome stuff. Stay fluffy, my friends. See you next time.